And that is the final end of Brachus Rex.
May his soul remain in the depths of hell for good.
The king is dead. Long live... well, not he. He came close though, Brachus Rex. Close to fulfilling his dream. Dormant he would lie until loyal followers that persisted through centuries would restore him to life afresh. As a ghoul, no more was he reborn. Exactly the type of base necromancy I abhor. But now that he is dust at our feet, I can't help but feeling a morsel of pity. The work of ages, the desire beyond death, we undid with a simple stroke of the sword. Yes, well, something along those lines. Life, it is such a precious commodity. So precious indeed that death is dealt in droves to merely postpone it, to make it cross the boundaries set by nature. There is much simple irony to be found in these exploits, but at the heart of it lies an equally simple endeavor, which is to overcome the most primal of fears, the dread that prompts philosophy and religion both, and that is the fear of death. To overcome death, if it be possible, is to attain victory over the unconquerable. Such a victory, what a thing of beauty it would be. Still, all this talk about immortality hits the raw and ragged nerve of passing time with relentless momentum. Onward, onward. To be idle is to die. Treasure! Ooh!
Okay, time to see what do we got. Interesting. I think I'm gonna give you that. It's interesting because it's not better. It's not better than what I have. I mean, I'm looking at armor rating, sure, but still. That's 3558. Still not better, so I might as well sell it. Now this one is fucking dope, and I think I kinda want to give it to Madora, because her weapon is nice, but it's not the same. It ain't the same thing, yo. Strength Lore Master. What do I get? Earth poison resistance, air resistance. mean, I really want to give her that stuff because it's really damn nice, and I don't think I'm gonna use that, so I might as well give it to Jade. But I don't think it qualifies as a. No, it qualifies. Interesting. So those two will gonna be selling. Actually, hold on. That one I really want to give to Madara. Because that's a freaking dope ass weapon. Yeah, I'm just like bad with combinations. Yeah, we have recipes, at least some. But nah, I always was bad with crafting. Fuck me. I mean, that also has chances at slowed and bleeding, so I think I know why it has slightly lower stats. So I'm gonna keep that and I'm gonna sell that.
Into the fray once more.
Nah, I'm gonna keep it. That we're gonna sell.
Sodden all the way to my boot soles.
I guess we can go to Homestead finally.
both are. How jolly. There's something quite astounding you must see. It's the Weaver. Thanks to the Starstone you've collected, she's mended a portion of the tapestry. Look, a new story has been rewoven into time. A new portion of history appears to us for the first time in... not even I know how long. Let us look together. Let us see what the Weaver has woven.
Long ago, two great generals led mankind in a terrible war. The dreaded Void Dragon threatened all of existence, and man and gods alike joined swords to stop it. The two generals were celebrated as the rulers of all, and even the gods paid them tribute.
I greet you, Honorable Master of the House. I am the Shepherd of Elements, and I control how they may flock towards your most imperial presence. So, if it pleases you, command me, and the elemental aspect of your choice shall once more settle among these holy halls. And that is your final choice? Thy will be done.
I wonder who awaits you in the next chamber. I wonder what they'll say.
How might I serve our mission? Threads I weave and tales I see. All will I tell. She is one whose history is shrouded in darkness. He is the instigator. He is the beginning of all ends. The birth father of death and void. Be wary of him. I know not what is fear, and yet, afore him, I tremble. The threads tell me that once, oh, how many eons lie hidden in so small a word. Once, you strode across that hall in shining armor, a sovereign to all who beheld your might. I can clearly read that armies you have led, demons and dragons you have conquered, that you have ascended. But how can this be now that you stand before me a human, a mortal? How far has your soul fled from the being it used to be? New threads, more threads we need. Can the answer be anything but you? The threads say that you slept there, you both did, until the vigil of day and vigil of night called you away. Duty. Never did you waver from your duty, never? I cannot be certain. Perhaps, just once, you failed. In the ethereal threads of eternity, the drift of continents through changing. Except, it seems, ask and I shall answer. I am, perhaps, am I the beginning? Alas, a hidden... I believe that starstones, what it... I reside in another and yet, quite so, I do not, but perchance I may... I know that but new these starstones. Please.
Yeah, I think we had checked these before.
Good gods, what an infernal heat! Feels like I've landed inside the heart of the sun.
The Guardians must...
You! What radiance burns from your being? Enough to scorch even the likes of me, I find. And that is no small feat. Most impressive, yes, most impressive indeed. Why, I am a soldier of fire. And does this landscape not befit me? I have lived here for eons, since the first great peace, when the world as your kind know it was first secured. We were invited here by a great leader, I believe. Yes, a leader. I'm sure it was. The details, they crumble like ash when I try to grasp them, in truth. But the radiance of that time has never left me. Victory, blazing victory, adorned our heads like a crown of glorious flames. I'm sure one as radiant as yourself must understand exactly what I mean. What do I know? Ha! Fire magic is me, and I am it. A far better question is, what would you like to know? Take care, my friend. Those who blaze brightly may find themselves targeted by darkness.
Magnificent. Oh, truly wondrous. I feel like a prisoner set free, free to bask in the daylight once more. I was so fearful, petrified almost in the knowledge that I might see him again. You see, I knew the Mad King. In fact, I served him. I'm a wizard hunter, and that means I've seen many centuries pass me by. They weren't always happy ones, and you may take that as an understatement. I was once under Brachus's thrall, bound to him by perfidious magic. Life was an endless cycle of servitude, torture, and humiliation. Only after the first source hunters skewered him like the pig he was did my nightmare end. As you can imagine, I was afraid beyond all measure that the fiend would enslave us all once more. That I'd be cast back into the rank pit that was my past. But he hasn't, and he never will. Thank you. I will never forget this act of valor. So you have heard of her? Yes. I knew Cassandra. She was a sweet girl when we met. Hardly a woman yet. The very opposite of her deranged brother, who did not hesitate to butcher her for his own benefit. We were fast friends in those days. Aye, more than friends. Until he took her down to the dungeons, and she returned a woman no longer. A twisted lich had she become, with a twisted mind to match her grisly new shape. He remorselessly and relentlessly sought ways to cheat death. Cassandra and he were soul-forged, so he knew that if she would die, he would die. And so he turned her into a lich. Turned her into a creature neither living nor dead, so that he could break the soul forge without destroying himself in the process. Giving the matter no further thought, he rid his sister of her humanity, so as to rid himself of a spell that could threaten him. Such a man was Brachus Rex. Immortal in his mind and immortal to be in effect. As your swords and spells have demonstrated, though, to this world's everlasting contentment, his deranged fancy was not to be. I don't know. When the Source Hunters besieged Brachus' castle, I sought only to escape. I never heard of her again. Yes, I longed for freedom, for release. When I saw my chance, I ran and never looked back. You have foiled one of Leandra's vile designs. That much is certain. But I highly doubt you forestalled her endgame, whatever that may be. It is therefore imperative that we find her sister Ikara. As you've learned from the accursed duo that was Jake and Evelyn, the White Witch is somehow involved. I will vouch for her gentle nature, but alas, I cannot vouch for her current state of mind. Has she been corrupted by her sister, perhaps? Or have they become enemies locked in a murderous game of cat and mouse? There's no way of knowing until you find her. What I do know is that she lives in a cabin deep in Lacula Forest to the north. If anywhere, that is where I advise your travels should take you next. Very well, Hunter. My gratitude is yours, as is my service.
That's it. Brachus Rex is dead. The way he spoke about our forebears was horrific. I wonder how many Source Hunters had to die before the Source King was deposed.
He was a man utterly corrupted by Source. Don't waste a moment thinking on his crimes, especially not when we have a world of work ahead of us.
Yes! Forward is the only way we can look now. This Source cult runs deeper than we dreamed. We must stamp it out before another Brachus Rex rises.
mind having more money to learn so many interesting skills, but alas, it's not meant to be. Honestly, how the fuck I managed to get that? I am literally like absolutely. I mean, that was like absolutely achievement in ignorance. Because I have no bloody clue what I did. Oh well, oh well. Well, I think in terms of equipment we are pretty much set. I'm not actually sure what I'm holding this. Slashing. I should
Now,
be
where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, there it is.
Divines doubly bless you, friend. Lieutenants, now I... And that is exactly what you're... This cannot be. Can it? You have found one of the sources of the undead and sent it back into oblivion. But that is fantastic. Never have I seen such heroism. Hope breaks through after 2 years of absolute darkness. Sicil remains under threat, yes, but finally it has been proven even the dead can be vanquished. To think, Feliron too was behind these horrors all along. A man who treated the wounds I obtained in battle, who comforted me when my agony was great. Such a pity. Sicil is in your debt, Hunter. I, and the Legion too. Brachus Rex is dead, and no one but you could have done this glorious deed. I shall be very glad to share what information I... By all means. We lost my Legionnaire for 2 years still. So, the chances... Divines doubly bless you, friend.
Yeah, I just don't have money. I just don't have money. Even if I wanted to sell some stuff. Ooh, that's worth a lot.
Greetings, these...
Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place, you have. I got every style of equipment to fit you from head to foot, if it's a trade you're after.
no, sir.
Yeah, I think
Those
we
boots are
pretty
embarrassed a brick
much
throw. Get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
did what we could have done.
You think that's funny, Private? Sir, no, sir.
So now... Yeah, we have to go to Lupulva Forest.
Those boots are embarrassed a brick throw.
Hail, Source Hunter. Good to see you've reached Lacoola Forest. There were times when I came to this neck of the woods just to whiff its wholesome air. Alas, that it is thick with sorcery these days. It surrounds us here, like an invisible mist. Takes cat's eyes to see it creep. Even so, it's plain as day to the east, all about Ikara's cabin. Immaculate's beset it, no doubt under Leandra's orders. If she has ordered such thorough defenses of her sister's cabin, we may be certain that whatever lies within will be a prize more precious than butter-baked plaice. That means Ikara herself must be there, Hunter. And it is essential that you find her. Only she can shed light on the details of Leandra's plans. Ha! Zigzags would see you dash rather than mosey. But matters such as these require a thoughtful approach. Leandra and her cronies may be lunatics all, but they're far from brainless. So be wary, Hunter, and be safe.
Poor man! Seems he was eaten by a beast.
Well, partially eaten, to be more precise.
I should just stop, because I know this game really tends to suck you in. But I just like need to pause actually. So, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode or episodes. And I will see you guys next time. Later.